Hello everyone and welcome to the Italian Nikuzuki live stream. I'm going to shimmy this over a bit so that you're looking mostly at the Fibre stage. Today is February 26th. I just got really tired, of course. Every time I come on the stream, it's like I am tired and I don't quite get it. Actually, I need to be taking my iron supplements. That would probably help. Anyway, today we are going to finish up cutting the interiors for the pencil pouches, and then we're going to be working on getting... Hi, Flynn. You are looking very majestic there. Hey, that's a good spot for you. You can stay there. And then we'll be working on the pick your own orders as well. Let's see here. We need the open. Sweet. Can I just open them all? Nope. Okay. Say that we're going to print the packing slips, and that will actually bring them all up in my browser here. And apparently that needs to think for a minute. Okay, cat, do not destroy that. I will be very upset if you knock that over. My goodness. Alrighty. And then the other thing we're going to do, actually we're going to finish off the last of these cuts because then Hi babe, what's up? Actually... Alright, so this one needs to be cut this way. Okay. Yeah, anyway, part of why I'm so tired today is my youngest was up from like 2:30 to 4 today. That was lovely. And then I just went and did a really big push on getting my, basically a race pace run today, which meant that I postpartum PB'd my my 10K, which was like super cool. And the most amazing part of it actually is that I matched my previous time. So my previous time being 1:17:10. And now granted this was treadmill running, but I have a feeling it's even more accurate, but I PB'd again with 1:17:10. So hopefully, if I do those kinds of races once in a while, I will, basically my goal for this year is to get my half marathon down under 2.5 hours. That pace today for the 1:17:10 is not a sustainable half marathon pace for me yet. But it is a very nice, like, one to work towards, that's for sure. All right. So we're going to finish cutting the exteriors for some pencil pouches, and then we're going to be cutting interiors for pencil pouches, and then we'll go in and we will pull and cut everything for pick your own orders, hopefully. That is the goal for today, is pick your own order, for finish cutting. Start and finish cutting pick your own orders. I doubt that I will be on tonight, in part because I need to be able to go to bed and get up tomorrow morning because I need to tidy up the house before Dallas gets home. Because he gets home from work tomorrow. And blah, blah, blah. The boring details. Anyway, my goal for the 2.5 hour half marathon is because that is now the proof of time that Disney is accepting for their races, which means that if I get a 2.5 hour half, I could potentially be placed in a higher corral. Potentially, who knows? Who knows? Because the thing is that the higher corrals that you're placed in, the higher the corral you're placed in, the less likely you're going to get caught by the balloon ladies. Basically, you have more time to run your race, and it's just more relaxed. And my goal is to have it more relaxed and to be able to do like more character stops and stuff. I know we had a whole discussion about what we were doing with this the other day, but I can't remember what it was. So I think we're just going to do it like this and then not worry about it. Don't overthink it. Just cut it. It's still going to be super cute. I will have, excuse me, I'll have tags for those lined drawstring bags by tomorrow, so I'll be working on those next week as well once we get to the sewing table. So basically right now what we're doing is we are prepping for a bunch of shows in April. First one being Fibre Shindig on April 6th at the Genesis Center. That's the information that you see at the bottom of the screen. Next one is a Hanami themed event with Ancient Arts Yarns, and that is April 13th. And then we have Peace Fibre Festival on April 28th in Dawson Creek. So April is an extremely busy month. I've already told Dallas, I'm like, I gotta hunker down in April or in March and just sew and sew and sew. So be prepared that that is what March is going to be for me, basically. The one nice thing is, so I did rejoin the gym because I was like, I need to start lifting weights. That's going to be the big thing that's going to help my running times, blah, blah, blah. And I always feel better when I'm lifting weights. So that's what I did. That does not mean that I'm not still in the February doldrums. Still fully in those. They're fun. But I think that that's going to help a lot too. There's not much more I can think of to do myself. Probably should talk to like someone about it. Just not there yet. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to pull. I'm going to grab my chair so that I can actually sit down while I'm doing this. So give me 1 second, and then we'll cut the interiors for the planner pouches. Boom, boom, boom. It's also nowhere near as cold down here as I thought it was going to be, so that's why I just shed the hoodie. Alrighty. What we need to do is we need to sort the pile of planner pouches into what colors of lining we would like to go with. So that's going to be beige, white, white, beige or blue. We've got both in the bin. White, blue, beige. Oh, these ones didn't get cut. That's right, because they're good. Ooh. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, the My Pleasant Company cats are too short. But the sketchy cats are fine. Beige. 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 I know this is riveting stuff, but this is what you're here for, right? So white, blue, beige, white, beige. Also, I'm not going to be as good a conversationalist. Well, not that I have been recently anyway, because my brain has just not been computing correctly. But, yeah, I think I'm going to be sore after that run tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be so I did upper body today because I was like, okay, I'm going to go, like, do a hard run. So I do not want to be doing, okay, I have one lone, there it is. Okay, that can be beige. Anyway, I don't want to be doing, like, leg weights right before I do a really hard run, but that doesn't mean that I'm not still, like, just tired in general. Doesn't help, like I said, that like my youngest was also up at all hours last night, so that was excellent. They basically woke up at okay, so this one's a little bit small, but that's okay. No, it's not. Anyway, my youngest woke up at like, oh, what time was it? Like they were awake for like an hour and a half. Between 2:30 and 4, and I did not go to bed as early as I should have last night, which is like, this is on me as well, but it's just like, oh, come on. You usually sleep so well, or at least you like come in and they settle down in our bed around that time, which my eldest did. They came in around like, I don't know, midnight and settled down and fell asleep, but my youngest was just like, no, and then finally it was like, I want to go back to my bed. I'm like, okay, you can just go back to your bed. Oh, I was unimpressed. And now I'm very tired. Oh well, we'll survive it, right? I think. Okay. So let's trim down all of these. So there is 3 bags worth of lining. And how many do we need of the blue? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got 3 here, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. And we'll unfold this and pop it underneath. Come on. Oh my goodness. There we go. Alright, so right now we're just working through getting the interiors cut for these planner pouches, and then we'll go in and be cutting the pick your own orders that were placed on the Boxing Week sale, because we're at the 8-week point basically now, and I said that the timeline on those are going to be 8 to 10 weeks, and also because I want to get them done so that I can go into show prep guilt-free. Now granted, this is show prep, but this also, I want to get this rolling because part of it is that the words, they've disappeared. Part of it with this is that it helped clear off the cutting table. That's what it was. Like, there was a reason that we were like focusing on getting these planner pouches done, but it's because it helped clear off the scraps that we were sorting. Okay. I'm going to square up the ruler to these lines here. I'm going to basically ignore, yeah, because everything extends beyond that except for this one. So this one needs to be scooted down a bit. Okay, I'm going to line it up more here. There we go. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to trim down the ends first, and then we're going to trim down the width. So this is a length cut here. That shimmy was just so that I can actually get the cut done right through all of the fabric, including apparently a fold right here that shouldn't be there. Lovely. Although that will be trimmed down anyway, it's not a big deal. There we go. that sounds like I need to be changing my rotary blade. And yes, I do still need to get a new rotary cutter, but we're not going to do that right now. By the way, book sleeves are on hold because so I did the other book sleeve the other day, like I said I was going to after I got off stream. I did it with batting instead of the foam, and I don't like it. It's too floppy. So as much as I was like, oh, the foam is too stiff on the other one, no, it's got a better hand feel. The drawback to the foam being that it is remarkably expensive. So book sleeves will be on hold for excuse me, for a little bit, just until I get a couple more shows under my belt and I can do another like supply order for stuff. And part of that being that oh good, I need to order leather for the Kato bags first, actually. So rather than like take a chance on a new product, we're going to focus in on products I know for sure are going to sell and sell extremely well. So hi Flynn, what's up? So as much as I was super excited to get the book sleeves into production, they will just wait a couple months. They'll still be coming. I'll try and get them done for like Omat City in August, which will also be done in time then for Knit City. But, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. All right. Straight cut there. Ding ding. We're good. Plus, yes, I do need to actually get a larger rotary cutter probably to use this mat more, the cutting ruler more effectively. Probably would also help if I actually changed the blade so it was like a new blade, but you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not worried about it too much. Okay, so I think we actually did pair up enough fabric for all of those pouches that are over there right now. Hey Flynn. Flynn's down in the bin over here, quality control inspecting. I don't know what he's doing exactly. I don't know if he knows what he's doing because he's a cat. And on top of it, he's an orange cat. So if he has the brain cell today, I don't know. He might. He might not. Okay, that one needs to be cut down again. Light blue. Also, though, so this ruler is an investment. It is not a cheap piece of equipment, really. Although none of the acrylic rulers are, to be honest. But it is making this process of like scrap use so much easier and so much faster. I'm extremely glad that I did invest in it. In other words, do you need it? No. My quilt roller is still going to be the best thing for like most of my cuts. But for this very specific like task, it is well suited as it should be. Okay, now we've got the beige. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got 11 beige cuts to do for these guys. Which actually looks like it's going to be pretty easy. There's a lot of beige right on top here. And if it's the right width, we will see. It's like super close. Nope, not that one. Actually, we could also do black for some of those if we don't have full beige. Actually, black would be good for quite a few of these. So let's do that. So black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for sure. And how many pieces do I actually have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Well, look at that. 6, 7. Okay, so actually with these guys, what we'll do is we're just going to leave them folded because who cares? Well, I care, but it doesn't, oh, wait, these might actually be large enough to not even have to cut. Ooh, excellent. Okay, so these just need to be trimmed down this direction a little bit. Basically, we won't need to sew them up the middle when we actually put them on the sewing table. So we're going to cut all the lengths first, and then we'll deal with the whole width question of width. I think we're just going to have to cut the, like, so these are all folded. Basically, I think what's going to have to happen is I'll just have to cut the I'll just have to cut the, like, the open edge afterwards. Apparently today may not have been the best day to live stream. Apparently Katie has lost her vowels today, or her nouns, or whatever they are. It's also a situation, it's very much fits in with that idiom of, like, measure twice, cut once. It also doesn't help that I'm sitting down, but you know what? I'm tired. Except I do think I actually do need to stand up for these cuts. Damn it. Okay. Square up and stay squared up. I know there's a lot of fabric under you. All right, there we go. Why do you need to go do strength training, Katie? Well, besides the, like, obvious thing of my kids are not going to get any lighter, I need the strength to, like, do this and to carry my grid wall in. That's actually always my marker of, like, if my strength training has progressed or not, is how many grid wall panels I can carry in at a time. Because that is, like, the most functional weight carrying exercise I typically do. Oh, that one's not quite wide enough. No. Okay. Get out of here. You can become notions pouches. Everything else is wide enough. So yeah, basically, actually, we don't even have to cut down this top pile. So we need one more black one for missed opportunities. That's not going to be the right size. Oh, actually, we can use... No, because that's a directional print, actually. Da, 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 da. Do I have more black? No. Okay, so one of them's just going to be transferred back to, like, a beige. Let's use the lacy beige, and we can put that with that cat fabric as long as it's wide enough. Yes. Okay, good. I do not need this full amount. Yes, that's what we'll do. Do not pick up this ruler this way. It actually says on the side to pick it up from both sides. I am breaking some rules. It makes sense because basically what it is it's just like a bunch of slits held together by like an inch of acrylic around the edge. And so if you pick it up by, like I just did, bad Katie, it can break really easily, so it makes total sense. Okay, I would be sad if I broke it. So we'll try to remember to behave ourselves from now on. Right. There's those two done. That is done, and then we'll trim it down for width, and then we'll trim it down for. It is a Monday, and it's like basically my Friday. Right, so like Dallas comes home tomorrow. So I'm counting, like, Mondays are my Friday. So we're going to blame that, and I'm going to blame I PB'd my 10K. Well, tied my previous PB Yeah, so it was a treadmill run, so it's completely different from outside. But it's good to see that I can still, like, do it. It was a struggle. And basically I'm trying to train it for that half marathon pace because I want a 2.5 hour marathon. Or half. Not marathon. Oh my god, that would be... Considering that the world record is 2 hours, 2.5 hours is intense. Anyway. I think between the run and it being Monday, Friday, I'm just done. There we go. Alright, so yes, we totally do still need to cut the we need to cut the elastic, and we need to match up those things that go into them, the zippers. But we will do that at the sewing desk because apparently everything is difficult today. At least I can still count to like 10, right? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hey, I can even count past 10 right now. Okay. Probably shouldn't make a joke about that, but it is true right now. I'm so tired. Alright, here's some super cute leftover fabric from when I was still using like expensive interior fabric. And then I decided that was kind of dumb because really you can't see it until... Well, it makes sense to have like cute like pocket fabric because you'll see the cute pocket fabric quite a bit. But look at that. Wow. Do I sew enough of the selvage? How bothered are people by selvage in fabric? Because like if I cut it like that, it's far less waste. This is actually made in Japan. That's hilarious. And then you get like this super cute fabric. But you would end up with some selvage in there. So like, typically I tried to hide the selvage, but how bothered are people by selvage? Generally. Okay, that is not wide enough for things and stuff. So we will do 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we can do 1 across. So we can actually get 3 out of this. And we're going to lay it out like that under the ruler. And then we have 11. So that's 3. Let's just use up as much confetti print as we can because it's cute. 3. Actually, it would look... Okay, so we are going to have to do a little bit of matching. But it'll look friggin' adorable in Alice. Really adorable in the little polar bears. I like it with the patterned cats. I don't like it really with the cat there, but let's do the badgers. And I think we're good. Badgers, badgers, badgers. Badgers, badgers, badgers. Apparently that could have used a bit better of an iron, but oh well. Excuse me. Alrighty, so that, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Move this over here. That count was just to make sure that it's like, because I need 2 cuts of each piece, just to make sure that that's what we actually have for them as well. Ooh, who's texting me? Alrighty. We're going to scoot everything down and we're going to make this so that it is actually squared up at the top, because that does make it easier for me to like bind it when we go to finish the interior. There we go. And then you're going to scoot and you're going to, okay. And we cut down that midline afterwards. Then we're going to square up with the polar bear. And with the top of the polar bears, because the polar bears has already been squared up, and then we can just trim it right there, and right there. And then we're going to pull that strip from my friend. Okay, that'll take a couple cuts in a moment. I don't know why I didn't cut that down while it was already under there, but you know, life, universe, and everything. I don't know. Square, square. And there we go. Okay, so kitty cats are gonna get this super fun confetti to match the like super fun cats. Go. One planner pouch. Ha ha ha. Okay, and then this needs to be cut down on the fold line actually, because that's the only way to get both of these done. So we're not gonna use the ruler for that. We're just gonna freehand it. That's fine. Just like that. Just like that. There we go. And then we've got another Alice here. Okay, we will pair up the rest of the, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more white prints. So 1, ooh. 2, 3. Okay, we're just gonna do this right here, and then we can square it up, and then that can be excuse me. Ugh. Okay, so that is one thing, is with the higher speeds. This is not like insanely high speeds for running, but for me it is. So I was at like 6.5 up and 3.5 down because I interval run. But this is one of the things that I know I have to like condition is my lungs to do that running again. That's why I have a little bit of a cough, because the exertion was apparently a little bit much for them, and that's fine. But okay, so that is wide enough for at least one there and one there. No, it is not right there. It's a little bit skinny there. Okay, so let's just say that's too skinny. Okay, I'm gonna plop you here. So we got 1, 2, 3. Anyway, that cough should start to go away as I actually train a bit more as well. I think basically what it is you like end up damaging the not the lungs, well, I guess the lungs basically, but the little like bronchial sacs, or the whatever they're called. Oh, what are they called? There's a name for them. It starts with an A. Anyway, I think those get damaged and then they like repair stronger. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself, because otherwise I will not be impressed. So I am currently reading, well, as an ebook, but with my eyeballs instead of listening with my earballs. The new Crescent City book. I cannot tell if this is going to be like a series or a trilogy, but whatever. Because Sarah J. Maas is like known to write really long series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Anyway, it's good so far. It's fine. I'm hooked. I want to find out what happens. Usually she has happily ever afters. Not necessarily for everyone, but for like a good chunk of the peoples. So I'm kind of hoping that that's what this is. But if it's not, well, it's not. I'm trying not to spoil myself by like looking at reviews or anything like that, because I am anxious to see what the ending is, but I'll get there. It'll happen eventually. All right, the white is too stark for this, so we're going to do let's use the batik. Let's use some fancy stuff for the umbrella cats. And it kind of looks like raindrops, which is very suiting for an umbrella print. All right, I'll square it up at the top there, and then we'll just do the trimming to it individually. All of these other ones have been paired up, so let's get them trimmed down here. So if you didn't see, Andrea, I know you did see, but if you do not follow me on Instagram and you did not see the question this morning, I am starting to once again make stitch markers. Funnily enough, when I was a kid, what I first started making for sale was bracelets and jewelry. I've always really liked beads and the colors and like the textures of them. So I'm leaning back into that. And apparently with good reason, because as soon as I did, I actually found a bunch of the old supplies that I had. So I've gone through and like pulled everything that I'm actually going to use. And then I'm going to be destashing the rest of it. If you want a link to the marketplace listing, let me know. Because I'm just going to do on Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, it was like, okay, so here we go. Here's all these supplies that I bought like years ago, and now we can actually use them basically, which is always nice. And I know I could keep the other stuff around for the kids, but I really don't feel like doing it. And it's not really kid appropriate stuff. It's a bunch of charms and like stuff that's not really fun to work with for kids, mostly for me. Well, it does all for me. So we're just going to destash it. Plus then that recoups some of the cost of what I've invested into like the new things to make what I like, because I have figured out what I like. So I am doing the bulb stitch markers, especially with the charms and all of that, and then we're working with some wire stitch markers for like for actual stitch markers basically. Anyway, the question on Instagram, if you missed it, is whether you like matched sets or if you like having like... So what I was trying to get at, and I don't know if I communicated this properly on Instagram, was it's like, do you like mixed sets? So where one piece is kind of like the star of the show, and then everything else is kind of like a same vibe sort of thing. So like the picture I had was a porcelain bead and then a set of like pearls basically beside it, which is typically what I prefer, because then you basically have a beginning of round marker and then you get a beginning of round marker and then your other markers for your knitting. But I don't know, and I'm at the point where I'm like in analysis paralysis, so I would just like people to tell me what they prefer. I am more than happy to do like match sets. There is still going to end up being some like one-off sort of things, and in that case what I've been seeing that seems like really a lot of fun is basically like a stitch marker soup, and it's where a bunch of like the one-offs and stuff like that, like so if you get 7-8 beads and you make a stitch marker set of like 5, you still have 3 beads left over. So like, what do you do with the 3 beads? You make them into stitch markers and then throw them into the stitch marker soup. This would be something available mostly at shows, although after shows I would probably bring it online. And basically it'd be like a certain number of scoops or like grammage or something like that, and then yeah, it'd be a surprise bundle essentially. So yeah, so if you have any like burning thoughts on that, you can comment it below or in the chat, or go vote on the Instagram poll, because I would appreciate someone just telling me what they would like. Yeah. And then the other thing I've got the tote bags here, and I will show you that once I finish cutting these last couple pieces here. So my friend went, hey, you know what is really good marketing is a super cute tote bag. And then I went, I have a super cute logo that would look amazing on a tote bag. And there's an amazing, basically it's a direct to film printing. It's not vinyl. It's basically, as they explained it, it's ink with adhesive. They printed them in like 2 days, and now I've got ridiculously cute tote bags. It's something that I've been wanting for a while, but having someone else, like if you go to Vistaprint or someone else to do a full color printing, it is restrictively expensive. So that was never an option. And these turned out absolutely amazing, and I got to support a local business, which always makes me happy. Now, I did not get the canvas totes from the local business. I did get the canvas totes from Amazon, but not everything can be perfect, unfortunately. And it's also kind of one of those situations of like most people are going to be importing their bags from China. It's very likely from the same manufacturer, just cheaper. I've got one more to cut, and then I will grab a tote bag and show you because it is adorable. And then especially for shows and stuff like that, they'll be available for like a giveaway or online as well. Once you pass a certain like spend threshold. I'm still trying to figure out what that spend threshold is, but you know, we'll get there before the next show. So all right, last cuts for the fabric for these. And then the next stuff will be when we get out to the actual sewing table, because it's binding and elastic, which I forgot to bring in with me, and I don't feel like going and getting right now. Done. Okay, let's grab this tote bag to show you. I think my mic will reach. Let's see. Eek. It reached. Anyway, so here it is. It's super cute. I did a really good job of it. And it's a heat transfer vinyl onto like tote bag. And it's blank on the back. The other nice thing about this is that it is, because everyone knows hopefully by now that I love me a gusset. And so it's also got the gusset at the bottom. So it's really fun. Yeah, so that's what I kind of meant by like mismatched sets, is like the set, like it's a beginning a round marker and then a bunch of like smaller markers. My thought process being behind that is that if you have a bunch of like big beads, your stitch markers are going to get heavy. And like you don't really think of it until you're knitting for a really long time, of just like how much weight sometimes are on like your wrists when you're like knitting, right? And so the more weight you add on with these stitch markers, the more you have to support with your wrists, which is not very ergonomic sometimes. So I don't know. I think I'll end up having both offerings just because it's going to be easier, and like I've got oddball numbers of beads. So like typically I like having like 6 stitch markers. I personally, when I'm buying stitch markers, find that a nice number to have. So that's probably around the number I'll stick with. But like I don't necessarily have 6 beads, or I have one set of 6 beads and then 2 of another one or something like that. No, it would not. Would that actually make it more appealing, I guess would be the question. My issue with that would also then be placing it correctly on both sides. Maybe not on this round, but so I've got 8 right now that came out well. 2 that are kind of, that ended up being like the practice ones. Oops. As I was learning like what the kind of, how long does it take to transfer? How long does it take to cool? All of that. But I could do 2 different offerings of tote bags as well. Because yeah, you're right. If you're like holding it one way, it wouldn't be restrictively more expensive, but it would probably cost. So these ones are currently listed at $15. It would put the cost up to around $18, because the other, like the logo, is not expensive, but it's the time to actually put it on, I guess, would be the best description of that. And my friend and I kind of discussed like where the line is for the pricing on it, and she was like, 15 is good, 18 kind of makes her like hesitate. Which, fair enough. That's why I was like, okay, what do you think about this? All right, I am leaning in to see you, and so I can actually get into the orders here that we need to fulfill. Okay, I think that one is... Did I actually... Oh, the shipping labels didn't load. Basically, I was going to try and do... Not shipping labels, packing slips. There we go, because then I can just scroll through them and we can figure out what we need here. Oh my goodness. I want to sleep. Okay. I wonder if I should actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to write this down and then we can just go from there. I know I printed all of these out already, but I cannot for the life of me actually find the printouts. Yeah. Because why would I be able to find them when I actually need to like cut them? Now the other question is where's some paper to actually write these down on too? Those are patterns, so I don't want to write on them. Oh my goodness. I usually have like that pad of paper in here. You guys have seen it before. Can we blame this on Monday too? There's actually a sheet of paper down here. What's on you? You all work. Right. I cannot see the chat for a few minutes, but I will be back. So we've got a Kato, Sloths and Lemons on pink. We have a scroll. Okay, small box bag, tuxedo, and Japanese motifs on red. Okay. We've got a large box bag of the sparkly planets on blue. Okay. Now I'm choking on my own spit. Excuse me. Small box bag of laundry cats on light blue. We have... Oh, okay. I know I've shipped yours, Andrea. Apparently it was like still here. We need to modify one of the big bags. It was around here. The black cats with camellias needs to become a canvas bottom. So we need to put just seam rip it and put a canvas bottom in. Okay, we need a small box bag and a large box bag of botanical circles. And then we need a large box bag of the black cat and wisteria. And black cat on dark teal. I'm pretty sure we've already cut that. And a big bag of both the black cat on dark teal and sassy cat amongst wisteria on, so black cat and wisteria on aqua. Okay. And then we need a large box bag of black cat and floral sprays blue. By the way, we're also going to try a different organization technique for the shelves. Everyone raves about comic book boards, and I've always been like, why would I fold around a comic book board? Japanese Gardens on dark purple. But I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, do you know what? That would allow me to like stand them up a little bit better, and you would actually have a better view. I would have a better view of like the fabric. So I think that yeah, if I wrap the fabric around a comic book board, it's going to have a wider like footprint on the shelf, but I'll also be able to like, so if you're looking at here, rather than having like this way, I could stack them this way, which I think will fill the space better and also give me a better view of what's actually available, because like this tells me a bit but not much, this tells me a bit but not much. So yeah, we're gonna try it and see, and we'll try it with these fabrics that I'm gonna unfold right now, because I have to fold them up after I cut them anyway, so what's the point? I may as well put a comic book board into them anyway. In the meantime, I'm gonna have a quick drink of water, and we're gonna survey the mess that is behind me a little bit, and then yeah, and yeah, so my thought process on the mix and match is that would only be at shows. So you'd be able to be like, okay, I want this stitch marker and I want these other 5 stitch markers, and it'd just be a set price. And or bead scoops of like, or like those little square jars or something like that, fill the jar for a certain set price. So and yeah, I don't know if putting, I need to put this somewhere that I won't spill it. I guess it's there for now. I don't know if putting the logo on both sides would garner more attention or not. It would guarantee that no matter what way you held it, people would see it, but I'll think about it though. This may as well. I think for the next round it would be something to think about for sure. All right, I'm pretty sure we've cut some of these already. Like, I'm nearly positive that we've cut some of these already, like right there. But do we remember? Yeah. Okay, so we've already cut the sloths. Although I think I might have messed this sloth cut up. Or is this supposed to be small box bags? I think I messed this one up, guys. Oh no, this is a big bag cut. Okay. Oh, I should probably... Well, okay. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. I don't want to think about that right now. It's like, I should probably tidy up underneath and like fix that. But no, we'll do that later. These are big bags. Whatever. We'll deal with them later. Okay, but they are big bags. What are you? Notion, right, these are notions pouches. And look at that. The little stack of fabrics is right there. And then that is a small box bag. Nope, that's a big bag. And that's a big bag. And yes, we will go through and we will actually sew these, but just not today. There's the pad of paper. Amazing what you find when you start digging under stuff. I don't even know what this pile... I know we had a plan for this pile, but I don't remember what it was anymore. That's definitely a large box bag. Now the large box bag pile is right there, so we're just going to throw it underneath. And there is actually the Kato pile here as well, I think. Because there's the drawstring channel. Maybe. What's this? No, that's a small... Oh, okay. So the one thing we do have to do actually, and this is not something I could have foreseen before we actually like went to a show and hung stuff on shelves and they started falling off, is the handles on the small box bag and the large box bag actually had to be shrunk just a little bit. Not much, but it is going to have to be reduced just a tick, because what ended up happening is they basically just fell off the grid wall hooks, and it's not like that is going to hurt any of my product, but I do know, just watching people, and for myself, I would be extremely embarrassed if I did that to someone's stock, and I could tell at like the show that it was making people extremely uncomfortable. So what we're going to do is we're just going to shrink the handle down. Not much, just a little bit, just enough so that they're not jumping off the grid wall hooks. Because the interfacing is so much like stiffer, it makes the bags really nice, obviously, but the it just makes the handles basically jump off the hooks, and that's not cool. I get it. So that is one of the adjustments we need to make now with this new fabric. Again, nothing we could have known until I actually went to a show. Yay, my watch is like very happy with me today. Okay, that is a pile of mostly deal with it later, I think. Yeah. Okay. There's a bin of deal with it later down there right now, so that's just where it's gonna go. Okay. I know, we're trying to sort through all of that, but we got through a good chunk of it. It's not like it's going anywhere. Strips. Yes, we hit the strip bucket. That's going to become a notions pouch. I will get the notions pouch pile out, and we will match it up today too. These are handles. We will leave that out for the stuff that we can match. That is a maybe handle, I think. These are notions pouches. These are to become notions pouches handles. And that is a special request fabric for someone. Okay. I don't know what the hell we were doing with this. This looks like it's a big bag cut. Let's go with this big bag cut. I still haven't decided where we're going to put the freaking cuts. There we go. Right there. Good enough. There's the sparkly planets. Okay, so we got the sloths on pink. We've got sparkly planets on blue. Laundry cats on blue was right under sparkly, or not sparkly, sloths. Come here. Laundry cats. The black cats with camellia stuff was out there, so I will deal with that later. I need to actually be able to see you guys, so let's pop you out here a little bit. Yeah, no, that's going to be better. I've also been toying with the idea that I might need a different shelf system, because someone was pointing out like there's quite a bit of wasted space here in some ways. And they are shelves that are smaller, thinner basically. So it would end up being a, like it would back into the actual space better. And now I'm like, I think that might be on the agenda. Not right now. It is way too expensive to go through, way too much work to go through and replace everything right now. Or at least not an expense I want to take on right now. There we go. Let's go with that. I don't want to pay for it right now. Oh, okay. So then, actually, we have cut some of these. This black cat on dark teal is already cut. Black cat on dark teal. Okay. Oh, this is such a mess. Okay, so this is already basically done. I just got to cut the canvas. We need botanical circles, which is in the down there, I thought, but no, it's not. I took them to Knit City, but they wouldn't be there right now. And twist my mic wire. Man, I need to figure out a wireless mic solution. Oh, hopefully you're able to hear me though when I've got my head stuck in the frickin' shelf taking off the fabric. Okay, this is a really cute fabric though, and I will be cutting more bags from it as well. Because why not? Okay, laundry cats on light blue. Black cats with camellias. We already forget where that is. A large box bag of black cat on dark teal, and I think actually that's in this pile here, because it would have been included in the cuts. There it is, right there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Black cat. Now, I already have handles cut for most of these. So the question is, it's not going to be hanging on a rack. So we are just going to go in and make it with the old handle if it's already cut. If it's not already cut, then we'll go with the new smaller handle. I think that's a good compromise. I think it's already cut, but you know. Those look all like small box bags. What the heck? Okay, where are the rest of the handles? Okay. Are they in this pile that's like shoved under here? Probably. This is why I need to bring back that. So we had that system last summer that worked really well. Okay, there's the other handle. Success. And there's basically just a bin that I set on top of the box bag bin. And then it's like, okay, if I have a handle cut for it, it's going to be in that bin. Okay. Black cat on dark teal. Okay, so minus signs mean that we've pulled the fabric but not cut it. Check marks means that we've cut them. Laundry cats on light blue has already been cut as a small box bag as well, because we took a small box bag to Airdrie. So give me a second. I know I keep disappearing under the screen. I promise I'm still here, kind of. Come on. Okay. There it is. Sweet. Okay, so we don't need to cut that either, actually, because it's already cut. I probably should cut more of them, but you know, we'll get there. The fact that these were actually most of these are already gone tell me that I should probably sew up the rest of them. Okay, so there's a bunch of handles. 1, 2, 1, 2. Dun dun dun. Dun dun. Doom. 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 That's a cut. It's like a box cut. Doom. Doom doom. Where'd the rest of your handles go? Are they with the big bags maybe? Doom doom doom. I'm gonna sing the doom song. There it is. Okay. So there's the small box bag cut and the handle for it. Zoom. And yes, these will be, I think, the next batch of bags we actually finish. Bloop. Handles. Bloop. Okay, so laundry cats has already been cut. Okay. So we need Japanese gardens on dark purple. Black cats and wisteria on aqua, which I think is back in here because we already did a custom order from it earlier late last year. It was a custom order from Knit City. And I do typically actually sort these by color. But when I was putting these fabrics away, I was just like, get them on the shelves. They have to get off the floor. So that's the other thing we'll do is like as they get onto the comic book boards and all of that, we're going to put them onto the into color families and everything like that too. I just realized I also have an custom for this as well. That's not on the list. Oh, and my friend wanted a cotton made out of the tiger fabric. Okay, and then she said that she needed a new wallet, but she couldn't afford it. So I think what we're going to do, because she comes and helps me quite a bit over the summer typically, and like she's come out to Knit City, Vancouver and everything with me, I think we're going to make her a wallet anyway. Because then it would match the Kato, and that would be really cool if we can make it work. Because what I was thinking is that maybe not the large necessary clutch wallet, but I could make the smaller necessary clutch wallet because it would fit the Kato better. That's the thought process. So we'll cut this out, and this will be fussy cut for her because this is the last of the fabric. And given that I need to experiment with them like necessary clutch mini anyway, she can get the like prototype of it. But yeah, she was saying that her wallet was wearing out, so I may as well do that for her. Because I mentioned that I could make wallets, and she's like, I want the Kato more. So we'll do that as a gift and like thank you for in trade for labor that she's already done for me. Because I think that's a good barter. Anyway, that's Tara. She also gets all my scraps, but the scraps are not worthless, but they're worthless to me. So okay, I think the other two fabrics we need are in here. Oh, there's a bag in here. Look at that. Okay, there's the Tuxedo Cats on red. Windows onto Japanese Gardens on dark purple. And then, okay. Japanese Gardens on dark purple. Tuxedo Cats and Japanese motifs on red. And then what else did we need? We needed Black Cats and Wisteria on aqua. Did they end up? Okay, we're going to pull all the fabric out of here because it should go back on the shelves anyway. And we've got lots of good ones in here we should cut. I know we're not supposed to be cutting more fabric, but we should anyway. If I don't cut it, I don't use it. Plus, oh my goodness, we definitely need potato cats. Actually, what we need to do is we definitely do need to sew, or I definitely need to sew the, I keep saying we, like there's more of us than just me. Like, we need to do taxes. Who's we? It's me. And I'm not gonna like sit down and record myself doing taxes because that just seems like a surefire way to get hacked. Excuse me. But yeah. I don't know who I guess it's a royal we. Okay, I do not see. Well, obviously the Black Cat with Wisteria fabric is not in there. So, anyway, what I need to do, not we, I guess it's a we because you guys are like cheering me on from your houses, right? That's totally what's happening. That's the we. Oh my goodness, this is a mess down here. Apparently, I didn't actually fold those fabrics up from custom orders. Alrighty, so where did the Wisteria cats go? Well, we can pull a bunch of fabrics out and or at least we can pull those ones out and I can like fold them back up on the comic book boards, right? That was the plan. It's like I planned it. Do I have a plan? We'll see. Oh my goodness. Okay, so where did it actually go? It's not there. I do not see it anywhere else either. Okay. Rice bowls, sushi restaurant, the blue tits that are wider apart. Yes, it's birds, not blue-footed boobies. And yes, you did actually hear me correctly. In case you were wondering. Oh, there's the botanical circles. Ugh. Bum, bum, bum. That, I don't think it's in there. I think that is all actual, like, Fat quarters. Apparently I need to run fast more often because I am out of breath right now. What the heck? Where did it go? Okay. Maybe it's down here. Oh, maybe because like that is some of the custom stuff. Nope. Da 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 da. Nope. Okay, get out of here, chair. You can come back in a moment. Nope. That's Alice. That's Crepe Cats. There's Sassy Cat with red wisteria. We need Sassy Cat with aqua wisteria. That's Crochet. Surfing people. That's not it. And then that's a bin, so that's definitely not in there. Oh my goodness gracious. And I know I didn't use it all because I've only done like one bag out of it. Wonder if I cut it already. Because I did pull it out and do the custom order from it. I wonder if I cut it, like pulled it and cut the big bags from it already or something. Also, did you hear all the ramblings while I had my head in the shelves? Like, I hope you did, because I was still connected. And I didn't pull the mic cable out of the laptop, so that's good. Okay. You're going to pull and restack this one shelf because now all this fabric has to go back in. I am not refolding everything right now. Like I said, I'll do it as I actually use it, because that just to me makes more sense. And then as I integrate new fabrics, what we'll do is we will okay. As I integrate new fabrics, like when it's getting ironed upstairs and stuff like that, I'll fold it right onto the comic book boards then. Okay, so it wasn't on that shelf. Did it get sorted into the blues? Because like it's a blue fabric. Birds, butterflies, dogs, letters, black cat on dark teal, which we've already got all the cuts we need from it. No. Damn it, where did it go? Oops. Wrong direction. Okay, so these blues will go in that shelf then. I like how the first shelf was just like, let's just shove it all in. And then I'm like, wait, no, we're trying to sort this by color, Katie. Okay, I think we're at the point where I will look for this off stream. It's going to bother me all day though. But what am I going to do? It's got to be here somewhere, so I just cannot for the life of me see it right now. And I might have cut it, so I'll check in like underneath afterwards as well. Okay. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know how my brain works some days. Although I feel like that's probably a fairly common human condition. Sorry, that was probably really loud. Try not to hit it with the fabric again. There we go. And then we'll fold these ones up when we go in to fold everything else up. That's a big old stack of black fabrics, which, where did its shelf go? I know I started a black shelf. Oh, I need to come in here and clean everything up. I was about to start swearing at it, but this is all my own fault. So really, I don't have anyone to blame but myself. Again, there is no we, just me. Maybe that's a task I should set Dallas on. It's like, can you fold up all of these fabrics for me, please? Onto these comic book boards. I don't even know what that is. Interesting. I do know what this is. This is Sashiko Supply, so Nomura. Oh, so yeah, I'm poking around. I mentioned this the other day. But I'm gently poking around the possibility of actually going back in November. This is not like officially planned or anything like that, but it's cheap right now. So it all depends on like how the year goes, basically. Do I really need to go back? Do I want to go back? It's mostly I want to go back. There's also a friend there that is very sick, and I feel like I would regret not trying to get back before like it's to that point sort of thing. I don't even know if November would be like in enough time, but anyway, I'm looking at it, and actually I stumbled into the hotel that's like right across from Nomura Taylor, and it is actually decently priced for Kyoto. Like it's like main drag Kyoto, and it's like about $150 a night, which for Kyoto itself is like a really good price, because the Comfort Hotel that I was talking about the other day that had some really good deals for February is like $350 a night, and I'm like, I'm not paying $350 for a Comfort Hotel, even in Japan. Like I like Comfort Hotels, but I'm not paying $350 for it, even if it's new. It's way too expensive, especially when you can find something right across. Now, like it's not where Nomura Taylor is located isn't necessarily like the best access to tourist stuff. So I have a feeling that's part of why it's cheaper. But I'm like, oh, that is not a bad price. Now I could still go cheaper than that. I could go between like $250 and $300 total. But I'm like, for the convenience of having the hotel right there, to be able to just take the luggage across, go back and ship it from the hotel, I'm like, that is extremely enticing. Okay, I'm really curious. I know I said that we were going to do this when we're going to like fold everything up, but I really want to try these comic book boards now, so let's do it. Why not? That's all garbage. Get out of here. All right, so the first thing first, I guess, is let's pull a board. So these are sized 7 by 10.5. So just under the size of like a normal sheet of paper. And the big thing is they are really, 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 really heavy cardstock. And it looks like, yeah, so we want to fold it so that it is this direction. Now I am going to fold it so that not only is it that direction, but we have a little bit of that cardboard sticking out of the top at least, because I feel like that's going to be easier to like kind of, it's going to be like a book spine, right? I sound so out of breath. I'm sorry. I sound like I'm pregnant again. Whew. Okay. Probably just need to like slow down. It's all the dipping and weaving and everything. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do that. And then we're going to fold it in half again. I think that'll work. And then I'm going to tuck the selvage in to the fold, because then there's no like edges. That's such an appealing sound. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry, but such an appealing sound. Okay, so that is a little bit tall for the board. So what we're going to do then, this would be easier if my cutting table was clear, but whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. Also, I will make more out of this fabric because it is adorable. And I made a small box bag out of it after the Cyber Monday Black Friday sale, and it turned out so good. Okay, there we go. Whoa, look at that. That looks really good. Okay, so we have to fold in, it's basically in thirds, nearly in thirds. So, and then we're going to square up this bottom. The one thing that I did see suggested is to pin it. I do not want to pin my fabric. So the other suggestion I saw was those little plastic things from like your, like the shirts and like the, oh, look at that. That looks so good. I don't know if that's actually going to work for how much stash I have. Like, I don't know if this is like when it's really like loose. So we want to make sure that we do it fairly tight, or tighter than It's going to be harder with cotton linen blends anyway because they're like thicker. But anyway, the suggestion was also like use these little clips and then you can like clip it here. And I think that's what we'll do because I do not want to have to go in and pin all these. But look at that. That is like a cute little bundle of fabric. And then it should actually fit in here. Yeah, so and then we'll try and take up a little bit more of the actual like board. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. We'll try it. We'll try it with a few things, but like it takes up a lot of room. But we'll see. Who knows? Let's try actually folding this in half first because I might be able to get a little bit tighter. Fold up. Who knows? We'll see. Worth a couple different tries, and then if it doesn't work, whatever. It's not like it's a big loss. It's better to try than not. And actually, it would be useful for a lot of the. Let's try it a little bit taller. Anyway, but it would be also good for like more of the blah-de-blahs. What are the blah-de-blahs, you may ask? It's the fat quarters. Oh yeah, okay, so it does work better. I can already tell it will work better for the cotton fabrics. I do like how it looks. It looks so finished. And that gives you a really good idea of like, so it's even if it sits like this, and that's what you see, is this edge, that gives you a better idea of what's actually in there probably. Damn it. Okay. It's gonna be a lot of work. Whatever. I still have to fold everything up after you've cut it, so you may as well fold it up over the comic book board. Whatever. Okay, so we still need I'm gonna put an asterisk beside the one that we still need. We need a big bag of Wisteria on Aqua. Alright, did we figure out that I've already cut the Kato for the sloths? Or was I just making that up in my brains? It looks like it's right here, actually. Are you Kato or you? No, you're small box bag. Okay. That's fine too. I just want to see if I was making that up. It looks like I was making that up. Alright, that's fine. No, there's small box bag prints everywhere. The laundry cats has been cut. We've determined that. I do not need to cut that again. Okay. That's the big bag for that. So we are going to cut 2 of the sloth Kato bags because the Kato are still perennially popular. Oh, right. That's what tricked my brain. I thought that I cut it, but it was the big bag cut. That's right. Okay. So this is a big bag. That's a large box bag of the black cat on dark teal. Small box bag of the laundry cats. All right. I'm going to use a small box bag of this wave cat. Okay. I think my chair can come back into action now. Pew, pew, pew. Get out of here. I need to figure out some sort of bin system for all these scraps from my friend. Because it's like... Ugh. Yeah. Kato. Tiger. Plus mini NCW. All right, now the question that should be on my mind more than anything is, where's my actual ruler? I think it's actually behind the laptop. Curses. And then should I be cutting other bags out of these while they're already out? And I think the answer to that is yes. Because if I don't cut them, we're not going to sew them before April. Yes, I have a huge stack of bags that we need to finish. But whatever, they'll roll over. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to mute my mic so I can go grab the ruler. And I just realized I probably need to turn this down a little bit more. All right, so there is some more black fabric, although I'm realizing that that's really wide, so it might end up being better for planner pouches. We'll put it with the Notions pouches for now, because why not? Okay, the Kato for my friend will wait because I want to do the Kato and the mini NCW together. And the mini NCW I still have to print out. Actually, okay, let's print it out while I'm thinking about it, because why not? As long as I've got it on this computer, we can do that. Dun, 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 dun. Where would it be? Documents? Let's start with the desktop. So it's the necessary clutch wallet is the actual name of it. I know for sure I have it. No, that's the big one. Okay. So the necessary clutch wallet is by Emmeline Bags. They are a shop out of that place that's north of me. I was going to say Edmonton, but it's actually Spruce Grove. I think they're just outside Edmonton for sure. Anyway, they are local to me, which is super cool. I just realized all I need to do is actually sign into my account because it's going to be on my account. I think that's it right there. It is. Has been sent, track the shipment. No, I need to download it. Hello. Oh, there's the download link. I'm like, where's the download link, please? Download. Allow. Okay, what do I need to print? I need to print pages. Something. I need to print page. Okay, there we go. 15. $10 to $15. Perfect. Range from 10 to 15. Thank you. Oh, shoot. Okay, good. I'm like, no, it's sending it to the... I was like, don't send it to the Dymo, not the 4x6 printer. That's not going to work. We need to send it to the full-size printer. I have done that. It is so annoying to, like, step out and be like, but thankfully, the Dymo is not connected to the, like, network. It's only... connected to, like, it's a hardwire connection, not an internet connection. So, whereas the full-size printer is a an internet connection that apparently pulls enough power to, like, make my lights flicker. Awesome. Who'da thunk it? Okay, so now the cool thing is, I think if I leave this folded this way and we put it down like this, I might actually be able to use that new ruler for these too. So, there we go. So the big drawback actually to the whole the handles having to be smaller is the fact that the needle stashers are actually predicated on me cutting the handles at the size that they're at currently. So that is the drawback to having to shrink the handles now. But it's like, I'll find another use. Actually, the new handle cut is the same width as what I do for key fobs. So there's at least that. And if needle stashers end up not being like just a use up, mostly they're going to end up now then being a use up cut instead of a, like, scrap cut, and that's fine too. All right, so there's that small box bag, and then let's see, because I for sure have handles actually cut from that, so I'm not going to worry about it, because I think if we don't worry about it, we have enough for the handle and a Kato bag from this, because so we'll cut the last Kato from this as well. I just realized I don't even need to think about it. It's just half of a Okay, so there's the square up. There's the Kato. And then that can be the handle / wristlet. Perfect. There we go. Oh, no. That'll be the, I can make 2 Kato because that'll be 2 sets of drawstrings for it. Because we're not doing a full large box bag cut, right? Yeah, that'll work. Sweet. Okay. Welcome back to the stream of consciousness. Oh man, that run did a number on my lungs today. Holy. My lungs like not really, just actually the kids have been they ended up with congested lungs. Finally took them to the doctor because like their coughs had just been lasting too long. And we have previously done a wait and see approach, but my doctor this time was like, nope, we are not doing that because the last time we did that, they got pneumonia, which I really appreciate. So they are finally mostly over it, I think. We see her again tomorrow just to check. But it's like antibiotics and puffers and it was... I just realized we're going to end up with 1-on-1 because the width of this is wide, like... Yeah, we're only going to end up with 1 Kato. I don't know what I was talking about. Blah. Okay. We're going to throw it on the pile back here because that pile gets sorted afterwards into its respective things. And then if I don't find the handle for that, I've still got the cut there for it. And yeah, because then we can make 2 small box bags out of this. Okay, there we go. That's the difference. Alrighty. And then what do we need out of Tuxedo Cats? We need a Tuxedo Cat small box bag. So we're going to unfold it here. Anyway, yeah, so it's like this last week has been puffers and antibiotics and cough syrups and medicine. And it's just like, oh my goodness. I'm glad that we cleared it up finally. But like, ugh. And then, of course, school is like, well, is it contagious? And I'm like, no, not that I know of, because at this point it's just congested lungs. And I'm standing there thinking, it's like, they probably, like, if they were, unfortunately, contagious, they were already at school last week, passing it around. And it's extremely likely that they ended up catching it from school, so... which is the unfortunate part of this whole situation. But yeah, the teachers even have been like super sick and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, it's not just our kids at least. Okay, we're gonna square it up here and then like that. And then if I am doing I almost need to go like, oh, I wonder if there is a depth thing on. Because I was like, wait, no, we are going to do the new cuts for the handles, even though we're sending these out because then I get into the habit of it. But I was like, I almost need to measure the grid wall hooks and just see what their actual depth is. But they might actually have the depth on the display company website. So let's see. Let's start there. Dun, 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 dun. No. Bah. We're going to make an educated guess and say it's like decide on me. So we're going to make the handle 3.5 inches tall, because then the width of the handle will be 1.5 inches, because you have to take off the seam allowance and then fold it in half. Okay, that'll look good. Actually, that'll fit the small box bags better as well, probably. Okay. 3.5 inches. Oh no, we're going to cut it to 4 inches because that's the wristlet size as well. Okay, that's better because then 3.5 inches, and then it'll fold down to 1.75, which definitely will fit the small box bag better, and it'll fit the large box bag fine. Okay. Right? Yes. Okay, that's what we're going to go with. So that means that we need to cut a 4-inch handle. And we're on like the 1/2 inch mark here. So we're going to move this to the full inch mark. Square everything up. Cut the handle. And then cut the small box bag. Oh man, that is going to be so much nicer than like cutting down the actual templates accidentally. Okay, now let's just double check this to make sure that that's going to work. So, I need to change my rotary blade. That would make my life easier too. Come on. Okay. Yeah, because then when you, so you fold it in half, and then you take away a 1/2 inch. Oh, that's a nice handle width. That's still comfortable to use and abuse. Excellent. Okay, good. And then, because we can get 2 handles out of it, and then on the flip side of it, we could probably get 2 wristlets out of it. That's a pretty small wristlet, so probably not 2, but we can definitely get 1 at least, or a small scrunchie or something like that, or 1 and a bookmark. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Okay. Now the next question is do we cut the next round of like big bags as well? Why am I debating that? Of course we're going to cut the next round of big bags. Not big bags, large box bags. Which will, like, it's large box bags and Kato bags. And that edge suddenly got really warped, so let's cut it from this end. We'll square up this end as well. I am craving sushi. Oh, come on, get off of me. Cat hair, get out of here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that will cover the small box bag handles and the large box bag handles, and then we'll figure out what to do with the rest of it. So I don't need to worry about a large box bag handle cut on this. I just need to worry about squaring it up and squaring it up. And the other things, whatever the other things are. I don't remember. Okay, that looks pretty square. Pretty square. Excellent. And then, so we're going to trim this end down right here. And we're going to shuffle this to the cut height, and then that will cut the large box bag and the kato cut at the same time. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, okay, good. There we go. And then we're just, I know we shouldn't do this, but we're going to set it aside for now with the pile of stuff that's like going to get processed later. And then we are also going to cut the big bag from this too. Although we're already really stocked on big bags. And there's a pile of stuff, big bags to do there. So we'll wait on the big bag. Now, this is already like this. So where did I put the boards? Underneath the cuts. That's not useful. Come here. I will say the one big benefit. Ooh, look at that! You just fit right on there. One big benefit that I thought would happen with having the cutting studio set up this way instead of like the cutting table out in the sewing studio is I do actually put my fabric away more regularly than I did before, which is nice. Okay, I definitely need those clips for those, but that is a lot nicer. I feel like it's just going to keep it like, it's not necessarily going to be more space efficient, but I think it is going to be more tidy efficient. At least I hope it is, because it is getting a little bit out of hand. Okay, so we have the tuxedo cats on red. Now we're going to do windows on Japanese gardens. Alrighty. You are 100% not even at all. What time is it? 3:30. Okay, we're not doing too bad. We're definitely not getting out to sew today. But that's okay. I didn't think we were going to anyway, just because cutting does take a while, especially when it's like custom orders like this, because gotta line everything up, and obviously I don't know where all my fabric is. So that's going to be the next order of business, is figuring out where the heck the last of that sassy cat fabric went, or black cat fabric went, because that is weird. Usually it's like there's only a couple places it could have been. All right. So this is supposed to be a large box bag. So that makes it easy enough to decide to do the kato, because it'll just be the back cut. And then we'll also cut small box bags, and I am going to cut a large or a big bag from this because it is gorgeous. And Caroline and I, so Caroline of Ancient Arts Yarns and I, are currently plotting a Hanami, or like cherry blossom viewing party, kind of like more garden viewing, because it's Calgary. It's not like we have cherry blossoms really. That doesn't look right. It is right though. That just doesn't look right. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to prep some of these because they're like botanical and gardens, and like this is like kind of more of a like windows onto like Japanese gardens, is meaning that like it's kind of like framed Japanese garden scenes, I guess would be the best description maybe. So yeah. So we will prep a small box bag in this at least, as well as a big bag cut. And that's a large box bag, so we need the handle anyway. So we're going to cut the handle, and then we're going to cut the Small box bag. Okay, so this is maybe not quite as, like the ruler is maybe not quite as efficient for these cuts because it's like, well, I just need to get braver and actually put more fabric under it. That's the moral. Katie needs to get braver. But I'm still just making sure that it actually works for what I need it to do. Plus, once you start adding more fabric, and especially when it's folded in half like this, it just gets to be a lot to manage and a lot that could slip and blah, blah, blah. Excuses. That's okay. I think actually the next round, well, and part of it is that it's like I guess it doesn't matter. If I'm doing multiple layers and then the custom order isn't for one of the cuts, it's like, well, it doesn't matter because it's just gonna get made for the show anyway then. But my brain's not working fast today. Let's go with that. Okay, so we need a big bag cut. Just make sure that's mostly squared up. It's here. We're going to here. I'm not going to add a lot of large or big bags simply because, like I said, I do have a lot already cut, but this one is too gorgeous not to ignore. So let's go with that. All right. So now last time this worked really well with the board like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that. Now as long as it doesn't like wrinkle the edge, if it's like, it's part of why I wanted some of the board kind of sticking out, is because then the board takes the brunt of it, but whatever. That is still, it gives it a nice feel. And I do think it's going to keep things tidier. Although, like I said, I do want those clips. Because that is one thing, even though it's suggested that you do pins, there isn't really a lot of like pinability there because it's, yeah. Okay. There's not a lot of pinability because the comic book board is actually fairly thin, so you just be pinning into the fabric and then it probably would just punch right through the whole thing. Because it's not like I'm working with large yardage quantities, especially once it's actually been cut down for the bags. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. I forgot how pretty this fabric is. So there's actually one that also is like multicolor floral sprays, and so that'll be one of the other ones that we'll focus. Actually, yeah, this is perfect for like flower viewing. So Hanami is actually literally translates to flower viewing. But typically when Hanami or Ohanami is mentioned, it means actual like cherry blossom viewing. And having lived there, cherry blossom viewing is like such a big deal because it is the start of spring. Like it's like the clear line in the sand, like definitively it is spring. Unlike Canada where it's like, oh, well, we're in third false spring right now or second false spring and back to winter this week. Like we're minus 15 today. A whopping minus 13 right now. When I looked at the wind chill earlier, it was minus 27, which is part of why I came down dressed. So I've got like a long sleeve shirt on and I've got a camisole on and I had my hoodie on because I'm like, it's going to be cold in the basement. Apparently not, because I had to take the hoodie off already, although that could be the run. Just like still working through my system probably, but whatever. Anyway, so like Hanami in Japan is a big deal because that is like, it is spring. 100%, undeniably, it is springtime. So what Caroline and I want to do is we'll do like a really floral based kind of thing. We're trying to line up a few different vendors. It'll be me and her, obviously, for sure. And hopefully we'll have someone from CJCA, who's the new Japanese Calgarian or Canadian association. I can't remember what the C means in their name, but they're one of the Japanese associations in Calgary. And hopefully we have someone coming from there. Okay. Alrighty, we are going to square up the fabric. Sorry, there was texts that just want to make sure that there's nothing desperate, because the preschool will text me if the kids need to come home. Although I just realized that wouldn't actually come through on the laptop anyway. That would come through on my phone. And the phone doesn't like sending me text messages when I'm using video, which I appreciate, but it would be nice. Okay. Small concerns. Extremely small concerns. Okay, that needs one more cut here. The first one just kind of like shoo, skated over the top. All right, so there is that one, and then we're going to cut there's handles, and then what was actually supposed to be cut from these? A large box bag, and a small box bag. Okay, cool. That's what we were going to cut anyway. So that'll be the handle cut there, right? Yeah, and it needs to be run through again. We definitely need to change the rotary blade before we cut. The heck? Why are you struggling so much? Maybe that's too thick for it. Anyway, we definitely need to change the rotary blade before we cut the other things, whatever those other things are. Linings. There we go. Okay. So there is handles and small box bags that still aren't completely trimmed out. Ugh. Yeah, we have hit the end of the life for this blade. Okay, botanical was supposed to be a small box bag. You know what? Whatever. We're gonna chuck it all on the pile, and we'll just deal with it. We'll just cut the fabric for it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just have to prioritize sewing the pick your own orders. It's not like I can't sew other ones. Okay. And then we do need to actually that is something that we should work on as well, is we should work on getting that embroidery bag figured out, because that is technically also a custom order, although she is being extremely patient with me and understanding. So thank you, Leah. If you're watching, I appreciate it. I'm pretty sure you're working today, but you know, in case you're here anyway. But yeah, that'll be the next thing that we get on the agenda, because that needs to be done. Alrighty, this is squared up, straight, and then we're going to do the large box bag cut, because both of these need to be an actual large box bag. Still doesn't feel large enough, but you know what? My perception of size apparently is off today. Rotary cutter. I know it's also my angle of like I'm sitting down, so I'm not necessarily getting a good angle on the fabric. But come on. I guess I'm also like cutting through like 8 layers of fabric, and the cotton linen blend is not a thin fabric. So there's a Kato and a large box bag, or should we just do There should just be 2 large box bags, because one's a custom order, right? And then we'll cut Kato. Oh, but the large box bag cut is just so clean and tidy for the Kato cuts. All right. Oh, okay. And we are also getting to the end of the fabric. So let's just, actually, I do want to make a wallet out of this cat fabric. Oh, we're not. There's lots left. Okay. But yeah, this cat fabric definitely needs to become a wallet. And then, okay, so let's do, I think this would make a really good big bag, really good comic, and a really good kato. The kato will come out of the large box bag cut. We have a small box bag cut, and then we've got the back side of the small box bag cut, and we already know that we can make the eyeglass case and the planner pouch from the back cut of the small box bag. I want to make a necessary clutch wallet from this. Yeah, so let's do a big bag cut and big bag cut. Okay. And then the botanical circles is the same. I want a big bag out of this. Do I want a big bag out of this? No, I do not want a big bag, but I do want a wallet out of this. Okay, so we're going to just kind of fold it back up and put it back on the shelf. There's nothing kinda about that. That's what we're gonna do. You need a better fold. A little bit wider. So we're going to do a third fold on this one. Or a fold into thirds, like this. That's really, really, really skinny, so we're going to do like a 1/3. There we go. And then we're gonna do this from the non-squared up end, and then we'll just roll it. Okay, so yeah, because we'll cut the wallets after the pick your own orders, because then we'll also cut the OB for wallets as well at the same time. Yes. Yeah. I actually pulled apart my so when I was there as a student, I obviously bought kimono and obi. Now living in Canada, I don't wear them enough. So they're just kind of sitting. And they're already secondhand, so they could actually start to rot away. Actually, I opened one up and it was like rotting as I opened it up. So I am not personally going to use it because I can't justify that for like a high use item like a wallet or a purse or something like that, because it's just gonna disintegrate. It was basically disintegrating as I opened it up, because basically what I do is I buy obi, and the obi have like a folded bit that go around your belly, and then the wider bit makes the bow in the back. So what I do when they have that thinner bit here is I open it up so that it flattens out. But opening it up, it was like the seams, even with the seam ripper, were just like tearing. So I'm like, okay, well that's not going to work for wallets and high use items. So I'm going to try and pass it on to a different vendor who makes like less use intense items, more decorative items. There we go. That's what I was going for. Decorative items. Big bag. So yeah, not that, like, it's still got a really good use with her, but not with me. Anyway, I was pulling apart these obi because that's the first step that I do before I put them on the shelf. They get opened up, and then I like roll them up to store them. And the one I opened up. So typically I do try and use the like as much of the obi as I can, basically. And that means that a lot of the time I end up using the interfacing in the obi too. This one though I opened up and it was like, it wasn't disintegrating, but good Lord, it was dusty. It is actually some of the most disgusting interfacing. Can you hear it? It was so gross. Anyway, it was some of the most disgusting interfacing I've pulled out of an obi ever. It was so gross. I can't remember too, like, because I did buy obi for our wedding. There's too much fabric there. So I can't remember if it was one that I ended up buying along with others that I bought for our wedding, or if it was one of the ones that I bought when I was actually in Japan. But it was just, it was ugh, ugh. It actually like left dust on my cutting table and everything. It was so gross. I don't like, yeah, like I said, I don't normally get and I was just standing there like, I might not want to be like breathing this in. Anyway, that interfacing has been thrown away. I realistically should be throwing away the interfacing because I don't think I'll actually end up using most of it anymore. Just with like how specialized I kind of have to get with the stabilizers for the wallets and stuff like that. But it is good actually for the purses and things though, because like the obi themselves are pretty stiff. So all right, sloths. So we are going to cut this down to a large box bag. So I guarantee that we have so we have a big bag for sure, but we're going to cut a large box bag because then we for sure have a kato bag as well. And then I think we should cut a second kato bag, large box bag combo, because this is going to be a super popular print and I want to have a kato bag in it. Yes. I think that's sound reasoning. Okay. So we need to cut the large box bag. Okay, so there's the large box bag and kato combo 1. Oh, it pairs really nicely with that botanical print we just cut on the gray. It's like, it's a very similar color palette. So it looks really nice together. In there you go. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to cut another kato large box bag combo. And then we're going to cut the manures, the handles. And then we're good because we already have a big bag cut in this. And we already have another small box bag cut in it, right? Oh, there's handles. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a small box bag down there already. Okay. And yes, typically, so now that we're shifting the size of the handles, we will run into the fact that I've already cut a lot of handles. And so basically those will just be rolled over into needle stashers and like all the things that I previously make with the cuts. And like I said, it actually works out quite well because we can then also cut the here's other things that we can do. Whatever they were, I can't remember right now. But we'll do them. It'll be fine. Okay, so there is the... Actually, in that case, we are going to pull the small box bag, actually, and put... Because this is already a stiffer fabric. We're going to throw it up here. Because then the handle is that smaller size, and it's just going to be better. Better use of fabrics, etc. Okay, this is a little bit wider. The coca fabrics, and this is coca, do tend to be a little bit, like, wider selvage to selvage. Did I get that right? I did. I just realized I need to figure out what we're having for dinner. I did, Dallas got so his company did like a Christmas party and he ended up with an air fryer that actually works well. The last air fryer we had like a blade in it and we couldn't figure out a way to turn the blade off. So you couldn't really air fry stuff in it. Huge disappointment. He didn't like it. We gave it away. But he got one at Christmas actually, and it works way better. So last night I made air fryer pork chop bites basically with like shake and bake, and they actually turned out really good, but the kids didn't like them. So that was my lunch, and now I gotta figure out what we're doing for dinner tonight. It probably will just end up being pizza pops or something like that, because that is like, right now with them sick and not necessarily sleeping well, I just want them to eat and like consume food. I don't want to have to fight them. They do like broccoli, so I think I'll make us more broccoli tonight. That's like one of the few veggies that they're basically guaranteed to eat, because they like eating trees. But yeah, I don't know what I should actually make then. Maybe I'll make pizza pops and steamed broccoli, because that is fast and easy and satisfying. Good. 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 Good enough. Good enough? I thought I felt it move. No, we're good enough. Okay. Alright, so what do the planets need to be? Because this is not a lot of fabric. Planets wanted to be a large box bag. So we're going to do a large box bag, a kato, and then we'll do a small box bag with the remainder. Yes. Okay. Okay. Good. Large box bag, kato. And then we're going to just throw this down over top of this, and we'll cut the handle. Good. Handles. There we go. And actually, yeah, so this ruler is going to be a lot handier once I actually have the cutting table cleared off again. Which, who knows when that'll be. It will eventually happen, but it'll probably be in like September once I'm done Knit City. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe it won't ever be tidy again. It will be, but that's what it feels like some days. Cool, and then there's scrunchies. There we go. Okay. Zip. And then, like, it's a little bit large. Or Notion. Actually, yeah, Notion's pouch and scrunchies. There we go. So we'll throw that over with the Notions pouch pile, because why not? And there is yardage out of the... It's ridiculous sometimes just how fast it ends up going, because it's like, oh my goodness, there's so much fabric, and then you do something like that and it's just gone. It's like, oh, where did that fabric go? Okay. Okay, so this is the Sassy Cat with Wisteria on charcoal. And then I think, so we're definitely going to cut okay, so the order is for a big bag, I think. Where are you? Right there. Yeah, no, okay, so it's for a large box bag. So we're going to do a second large box bag, because this fabric does not play nicely with the kato bag. So we'll do a second large box bag, and then we're going to do a big bag cut as well, and then we'll figure out what we're doing after that later. There is that new pouch from Kando, the lady who did the kato pattern, or the designer that did the kato pattern. I shouldn't assume it's a woman. I don't actually know. They designed a second one that was like very much inspired by Japanese rice bags, and it's a pattern or a style bag I've been wanting to do for a while. I think I talked about this earlier in the year or late last year. Anyway, this fabric might actually play better with that than with the kato with the canvas bottom. It's just that, like, so it's not that it doesn't play nice with it, but it's the fact that, like, so this would be a kato bag, and then you have to take off the, like, drawstring, but you end up with not very much cat, and, like, for me personally that would be disappointing. So I just kind of avoid it right now. I say that as I'm going to basically cut the same amount for a big bag. But for some reason, it works out better on a big bag. I don't know. I don't make the rules, even though I make the rules. I totally make the rules. These are all arbitrarily made up by Katie. Arbitrary rules. Suck. Anyway, actually, I should check that to see if we're going to end up with enough for a big bag. Okay, so you'll end up with this sassy cat right here, and that sassy cat there, and not that sassy cat. So this is a case where the canvas bottom would be, it would be better to just like leave the canvas bottom off. Or make it that like smaller canvas bottom. Make it the smaller canvas bottom. Let's do that. Because if I made it the smaller canvas bottom, okay, let's square it up here, and then we can boom, zoom. You would get that cat at least. And you would get this cat. And you would get that one. I'm going to think about that because I don't want to waste this fabric. Okay. Definitely works best for the large box bags right now. They're a little bit further apart than the like rose cats, and so it's just different. So whatever. Okay. We have successfully cut 98% of the custom orders. What we need to do next is get their interiors cut. Okay. Zip. No, that's too far down. That maybe? Yeah, close enough. Get the raggedy end in here. That's too far. Okay. Oh, this is going to take some getting used to. Oh boy. Almost need the like a little bit taller boards, but that does look cute. Okay. I don't remember where this came from, so I'm just going to put it up here for now. And we definitely need those clips because they're refusing to slide by each other. Okay. We need the lining, but we also need to do maybe the notions pouch while we're sitting here and I'm thinking about it. So let's do notions pouches lining before I pull out to cut. Yeah, before I pull out to cut for like these pick your own orders. Let's do that. And then there's a bin right here. So actually I'm going to throw all of the stuff I'm going to work on here in that bin. There, I've done it. Because that actually clears off. Well, it doesn't clear it off, but it moves fabric off the table at least. And then I can do the same. Now, in the past I have interfaced these. Now I'm wondering if I need to continue to do that, or if we don't do it, it's not like a needle stasher, because the needle stasher part of the thing with the interfacing and why I add it in is that then the needles don't actually poke through the fabric as easily. But with a needle, well, I guess with a notions pouch though, you're probably going to end up with like darning needles and stuff like that. So I don't know. Let's interface them. Continue to interface them, right? Except this interfacing is stiffer. So no, we're going to start skipping the interfacing on the notions pouches because otherwise they're going to be really stiff and they're not going to have a nice hand when they're actually in a bag. Okay, there we go. Decided I need some shears. Let's see if I can reach them from here with my mic on. Because if I don't have to mute and unclip, I will be very happy. My God, the hobble. Actually, that's not a hobble from even working out. That's just a hobble because my room is a disaster right now still. Oh well. When is it not a disaster? Okay. Okay, so these are all going to become... Now, the other question is do we make them into wedge pouches or do we do just flat pouch? Because I have figured out a way to do the wedge where it's actually way easier and faster without having to trim the, like, do itty bitty tiny little box edges in all of them. I think we will continue to do wedges because that's a fairly distinct thing for my products. All right, these ones deserve to have or can have black. Not that they deserve it, they should have black because of the itty bitty black kitties. All right, so how many do I need? I needed 6 pieces of this. So 1, 2, 3. And you may be like, Katie, why are you doing this when you've got a bunch of new fabric to sew? Visual interest. Basically, it's like because now I'm going through and I'm cutting and producing all the same bags essentially, everything kind of blends in together. So at least with, like, if I'm breaking stuff up with these scrappier projects, that's breaking up the visual lines as well. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Plus, I actually do need to restock Notions pouches because people usually are looking for them at these events. So there's a good one for the owls. What about Sandy Cat? There's a good one for Sandy Cat. These are all different sizes because these are all different leftover sizes. Basically, we're just going to work with what we have because that's what we have. Now, these are actually useful. Those can be used for bookmarks. Yep. We decide no interfacing. That makes sense. Because it's too stiff now. All right. Trim this down this side like that. I know we did discuss jewelry and like dice trays, but I have not gotten there yet. I should actually put it on my whiteboard. So I need to write down on my whiteboard a few of the things I need to like prototype, even if it doesn't happen. Well, I think at this point it probably won't be happening till this fall. My prototype season has kind of gotten effed. Because it's a busy spring season, and that's good too, but like normally this time of year is when I'm like, okay, we're going to experiment and try different things and see what's going to go into production this year. And this year I have not had the time. I sound like that's a terrible thing, but it's not. It's just whatever. It's not a big deal. Prototyping will happen at some point. And there isn't a lot that I was like, oh my god, this has to be added. It's more low burn, except for the embroidery bag. We definitely need to get that done. Okay, go. Mostly because I keep talking about it, so I want to get I need to get it out of my mental space so that I can get it written down and just get it into production. Because it's not like it takes long to sew it. It's taking a while to figure out like dimensions and everything like that. And I'm not really even like reinventing the wheel. It's just I wasn't happy with the ones that I have so far. And it's not very easy to find, or I haven't found any patterns for what I'm looking for either, so. Okay, so those are all going to be white lining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this can be the black lining, and these can be the black lining, and then I'll just reach in and get white and brown, or white for those guys. Yep, that works. There we go. 1 and 2. Like how meticulous I've been with the planner pouches, and then with these I'm just like, let's just cut it. Who cares? So these are going to be the more like the ones that I've made in the past where it's like just a zipper, itty bitty like coin pouch basically. I call them notions pouches, but really they're like coin pouches or like, I don't know, trinket bags, whatever you want to call them, really. They'll work for it all. The last of the sheep fabric. Goodbye, sheep fabric. You have served us well. Not that it's really goodbye yet. I still have to sew it. It's not like it's like someone's been like, oh, I need that one. No. Oh, this needs to be cut in half too, because pandas are directional. So we can match these up with zippers when we get, when we go out with the planner pouches and stuff like that as well. All right. I am fading fast, so I think at this point what we're going to do is we're just going to cut the rest of the notions pouches lining, and then I might actually go attempt to have a quick nap before I have to pick up the kids. I will not guarantee that I am going to be on tonight. I don't know. If I am, I will post it on Instagram. I would like to be, but I'm going to lean more cautiously towards I probably won't be. So, unfortunately. Should we make a wide one? Could make 2 wide ones out of this, and that'd be kind of cute and different. And again, it's like offcut, so we're not. And we'll do the same with this one, because again, use what we have so we don't waste it. Then I don't have to deal with a bunch of strips. This one does need to be trimmed up a little bit, so we'll finesse it a bit. There we go. I am also really have to change that rotary cutter blade, because I'm like cutting these and I'm like, ooh, my shears are so smooth today. Not like they're not smooth on a good day, but like it just tells me how dull my rotary blade is, to be honest. Okay. All right. Oh, that's only one notions pouch worth. Curses. Oh, I guess because, yeah, right. One, two. And then we can probably get 2 more cuts out of this one. Right? Yep. 1, 2. even them up when we're sewing everything together, because they are all over the place. All right, we'll hit in the middle because that seems to be the most neutral ground, I guess. Okay. The white fabric's so far away. It's like all the way over at the door. Why did I do this to myself? One, and then this will be 2. Oh, trim. There. I need 1, 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aha. There we go. 5, 6. Okay. One. Two. 3, 4, 4, bookmarks. No, just scraps. I'm done. Done with that cut. Okay. 2, and then this should be 3, 4. 3, 4. Turn it that way because I think it'll fit better. Boom. Okay, so these are the last couple cuts. I am going to head out. I hope you guys all enjoyed this, like, creatively chaotic rambling. seems to be the way of it right now. So, oh, that doesn't fit. How did it fit before and not now? What the heck? It totally fit before, right? Yeah, there. What is going on? Why doesn't it fit any other orientation? Weird. All right, there we go. Anyway, I hope you guys all had fun. We will get to the sewing of those after we get the interiors cut for all of the pick your own orders and everything that, well, all the pick your own orders and what just got cut. We'll also cut all the linings for the stuff that I cut before the pop-up with Ancient Arts yarns as well as interfacing, so that we can just kind of roll through everything that's already been started or like partially finished. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a fantastic afternoon. If I don't get back on tonight, I will chat with you on Wednesday, I think. But yeah, check out my Instagram. That's going to be the easiest way to find out when and where I will be on. And I'll chat with you all soon.